Hey folks, how's it hanging? I don't know why I asked you that. You can't comment it. Well, I guess you can comment it, but you can't like directly answer, you know what I'm saying? Besides the point. Thanks for 10K. I think that's probably how I should start the thanks for 10K video off. That's probably what I'm gonna title it also. I know it's not a lot, especially in the newer YouTube ecosystem and the wide sea of creators that a lot of shorts creators as well. They can get 10K in like a month. A lot of creators can get 10K very, very quickly, much quicker than I got to it. Still, I think the monumentality, if that's the word, of the number isn't particularly lost on me. That's still 10,000 people that at least to some degree have an vested interest in what I do and what I put out. That's all you guys, man. I'm just putting the videos up there, as cliche as it is to say. And just a sort of a forewarning, as if you couldn't already tell, this isn't gonna be anything like the average scripted video, hyper-edited video that I usually come up with that people very much like, and that's sort of my style. That's not gonna be what this is. This is more so just a candid sit-down chat between me and you, even though you can't reciprocate, aside from the comment section. But I first kind of wanted to delve into how I started doing this and when I started doing this. So I think I started around, I mean, I've obviously fiddled around with Twitch and whatnot. A lot of people are like, oh, this Twitch thing seems really cool, let me give it a try, just playing games. Whoa. And they like play a game for a little bit and then like they have one viewer and then they stop playing it. That's sort of how I started out in my day, like 2018, 2019 in high school. And they were probably Wizard 101 streams too. Those obviously never really amounted to anything. And then eventually in 2020, I was like, yeah, let me start streaming again. I did like some Fire Emblem Thracia 776 streams. Obviously enjoy the Fire Emblem gameplay here. This is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. It's a banger. I'm playing through it right now. I just thought it'd be a decent enough gameplay backdrop over the conversation. But I did that for a little while. I was actually able to get like some decent traction off it. And then I just stopped doing it because I had work, I had school. I was in high school when I did that. That's fucking crazy to think about. I was in high school and freshman year of college, which isn't like technically that long ago, but it feels like a long time ago. I graduated in the good old year of 2020, so pretty much everything from 2020 to like 2021, 22, it was a bit of a blur. But I did those streams for a while, eventually tapered out and stopped. I did some Wizard 101 streams too. I did some Wizard 101 videos. Fun fact that not a lot of people know about, I did the permadeath series 2 years ago for the first time. I did that with my friend Steve, who's been on some videos in the channel since he did the laundry percent with me. It was an April Fool's Day video last year. The April Fool's Day video this year is gonna be fucking wicked funny. I've got a great concept and idea for it, and I'm hoping I can do it justice with my personality and charisma and charm. Riz, as the kids call it. April Fool's videos are a tradition I kind of want to uphold and just do wacky shit, wacky off the wall shit. But again, that's an aside. I gotta stay on fucking topic here. What am I doing? This is what I get paid to do. I can't even stay on fucking topic. Yeah, I did that. I did the permadeath series in like 2020. Then I did my first Wizard 101 tier list. I think I did that in 2021, and that did get some good traction and whatnot. People like that one, I guess, so appreciate it. It was a fucking horrible video. Like, the lighting's bad. I look like a fucking tomato in the video. Like, I had no clue how to do, like, webcam, lighting, like, exposure settings, any of that shit. But I did it, and it got some decent views, which was cool somehow. I don't know how it did, but I'm appreciative of it. And then after that, like, college heated up. Once you get into, like, that sophomore, junior year of college, classes get way harder. You actually get into your major and you have to do either, depending on your major, obviously, projects. I was a broadcasting major, communications broadcasting, which was like TV and radio and whatnot. So I did like fucking film stuff and audio stuff, like all of that. You learn how to use like DAWs or digital audio workshops and shit, just to flex a little bit of my collegiate, you know, the shit that I paid $3,000 to learn. I learned what a DAW was, so maybe college wasn't the best. Wasn't the best monetary investment for me. Yeah, college heated up, so then I just stopped for a while. I had a relationship too that I was committed to at the time, and that took up a lot of free extra space in my schedule as well. It takes up a lot of time. But as most relationships do, it ended, and it ended in a pretty sad way for both parties. But the best thing you can do when you're dumped is just throw yourself into a hobby. For a lot of people, it's sports, it's esports as well nowadays, although I loathe the term esports. I just think it's sports to me. Yeah, I just threw myself into YouTube. I committed to just fucking going ham on YouTube videos, and that was when I did the Fire Emblem FE8 randomizer series. It was the first I want to say real series I committed to and did, because I did permadeath in the past, but it was like a video a month, and it was like 2 videos, and I didn't really commit to it. With Fire Emblem, I committed to it, and I did every chapter of that game. I did a video for pretty much every chapter of that game, except the final chapter. So I never technically finished that series, although I kind of wish I did. It's just Wizard 101 videos took off, well, right before it finished, and I just needed to capitalize on the growth that the Wizard 101 tier list video was providing me, and then that's how permadeath spawned, and that's how we're here today. Obviously, Fire Emblem didn't work out, but it did really, really, really help me in building sort of a better voice, for YouTube broadcasting, for all of that stuff. It taught me how to be better in front of a camera, what is the appropriate energy. You know, like they teach you like with handshakes and shit. It's you always have to be shaking a hand firmer than you think you're supposed to shake it. It's like that sort of. You have to have way more energy than you think you're supposed to have with YouTube. Like when you think you're overdoing it, like you're like a Mr. Beast video where you're like, whoa, hey guys, today we're whoa, we're gonna be climbing out in Antarctica. Whoa! It kind of has to be like that in a way. You have to kind of feel like you're doing that and feel like you're forcing your energy a little bit. Although it's gotten to a point now where I'm not really forcing it. I've always been a pretty hyper guy. ADHD diagnosed. I was, again, ADHD before it was cool. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was a first grader in like 2005 or 2006. You just have to get better at channeling it, because when you're in front of a camera, at least for me, when I'm in front of a camera, I start to freeze up a little bit. My personality gets a little bit subdued. Over time, I've sort of developed the ability to take the shackles off and really channel my energy and the fun and the enjoyment I have with these games that I play into the content more. And obviously the editing helps too. Getting better at editing is also what that series taught me a lot, the FE8 series. Literally, if you go back to some of them old videos, they're shit. They're really bad. But as the series progresses, I got a little bit better and a little bit better, and I got like some more new transitions, or I got better with text, or I learned a little bit more about keyframes and how those work, or the webcam got better, the audio quality got better, and sometimes it gets worse because I'm bad with audio quality. I still am, by the way, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, it's just, it helped me make a lot of small improvements. So when I started that Wiz tier list and that Wizard 101 series, that I decided to revamp the permadeath, even the playlist I think on my channel is called like permadeath revamp, although it might not be. I think that's just why I call it my Premiere Pro projects. But that series to me is the permadeath revamp, and it gave me the skills to make a video that was good enough to succeed, which is why, like, again, I know it's a cliche answer, but like every YouTube creator, they get asked this once in a while, once you have like marginal amount of subscribers, although not to toot my own horn too much, because again, I'm microscopic in this YouTube atmosphere. But the question I think everybody gets asked is like, oh, what should I do? How's the best way to make good content, yada yada? And the answer that everyone gives is to start. You just have to make videos. There's no other way around it. I get that it's kind of scary because people can be mean online. I've for sure got my fair share of hate comments about my voice, my appearance. You get the whole bag once in a while. Comments have mellowed out a bit nowadays, but I'm sure they won't stay mellow forever. I'm only getting bigger, and the bigger you get, the more people don't like you, and that's just life. People aren't gonna like you sometimes. But you just gotta put those fears in the file cabinet, shut them, seal it, zip the file cabinet somehow. I don't know, it's a weird file cabinet. And then just start making shit. And then get better. And even sometimes hate comments can give you nuggets of valid criticism. I for sure got my fair share. Like when people are making fun of like, oh, you look like a fucking tomato on your camera. Yeah, maybe turn the exposure down or fucking fix the colors. And that's what I did. It made me want to do that. And obviously I think my camera quality has gotten a bit better since. Obviously the lighting is still not great, but whatever. Well, that's not something I can fix at the moment. So that takes money and money. And I don't have money. But that's sort of how I got from here to now. Obviously Wizard 101 content, when I started doing it again, I'd call it the Wizard 101 Renaissance era of my channel. I even changed the playlist like season 1 because I am a narcissist and like to categorize the shit that I make as seasons, like as a TV show, even though it's nowhere near that level of production quality. But yeah, that's how I'm here now, and you guys obviously fucking love Wizard 101 shit, so I'm gonna keep doing that for the foreseeable future. Once the Permadeath series ends, I might kind of pivot away from it a bit, because Wizard 101's a hard sphere to make content in, because there's not a lot to like do. The one thing I don't want to be, and I've said this to myself when I started, one thing I don't want to be is like a guy who's like just doing a generic Wizard 101 Let's Play number 68. Oh, Crocosphinx time, or like, oh, here's a $10 million pack opening. Whoa! I don't want to do that either, really. Like, to me, that's just not the kind of shit that I want to make. And some people make that and they succeed with it, and that's fine. I just am an arrogant asshole, and I want to make shit more that I am proud of. That's the goal for me, is even if views go down, or if watch time goes down, or if analytics go down, and etc., ad revenue, I just want to make shit that is cool and shit that I'm proud of. I don't mean that as a dig to other content creators. Do your things. Again, I'm going to start streaming in the future. There's going to be like VOD uploads. Not every upload is going to be like this big, well-edited, perfect, like me trying hard to get every single detailed video right. That's just not how it's going to be. But for now, that's what my calling card is with the Wiz community, is that I edit the shit on my videos and really try and like polish them to be very good. And some people, there's guys like Austin the Sauce and whomever, and like that have their own niches of like, oh, this guy's got like a good personality, he's good at PvP. I don't have those same unique advantages. I wouldn't say my personality is a huge draw. It's fine. But it's not, I'm not the type of person who's so naturally charismatic that they're just gonna get viewers to flock to them based solely on who they are as a person. I'm not that guy. I've tried that route and it didn't work for me. And I'm not as knowledgeable about the game as guys like fucking Ferric either. The guy knows his shit inside and out. He knows his game. Or at least, I don't know if he's still making videos or not. I don't really watch a lot of Wizard 101 content. I would say I'm pretty estranged from the Wizard 101 community as a whole. I'm sort of in my own bubble and entity because I'm just not involved with that stuff. Which I probably should be for my own you know, career as like colleagues at the moment. But I don't know. I care more so about making videos than like being involved in the community, I guess. But besides the point, yeah, it's like editing is what I do. I'm gonna, for most of my Wizard 101 content, I'm probably gonna edit it decently heavily for as long as I make it, which I don't know how long that will be. I do plan, actually, a Pirate 101 Nuzlocke. The more I'm thinking about it, is like, this would be wicked fucking fun. So that might be a series I pivot to after permadeath, because let's face it, I'm heading to either like Grizzleheim, Wintertusk, Celestia. I'll probably die, and if I somehow don't die in any of those worlds, I'm gonna die at Mirror Lake. Let's be real here. So that series is gonna be on its way out sooner rather than later, probably within the next couple of months, realistically, if not sooner than that. So the series after that, I'm probably gonna do a Pirate 101 Nuzlocke, because I personally, and you can catch me on the record saying this, I think Pirate 101 is a more fun game than Wizard 101. I'm gonna say it. There's less content, obviously, there's less polish, obviously, because they stopped updating it like 6 years ago, but I think it's a wicked fun game. And it really caters to everything I like about video games. Like, if you think about what's on this channel, it's Fire Emblem content that I did way back, and Wizard 1 content I'm doing now because it took off. I kind of have to do it. Pirate 101 is like a marriage of those two games in a gameplay style and a gameplay perspective. My favorite anime is One Piece 2 all time. So literally all the things that I like pirates, fucking turn-based board game strategic combat, and the spiral atmosphere and the spiral universe is a great setting that I obviously love. It's perfect. It's literally a game that caters to everything I like about games. So I will probably be doing a Nuzlocke of that game as the next series whenever Wizard 101 kicks the bucket. Part 101 will probably be next on the docket. Although I think I'll still make Wizard 101 content in some capacity. There's so many people here that only watch me for Wizard 101. I have to do that at least somewhat to keep people engaged or involved to a degree. But yeah, Part 101 will be next up. I'll probably stream that too, by the way. Wizard 101 is a game that I think is just like hard as fuck to stream because it's so slow and the combat is so long and there's so much waiting and like animations, and at least in Pirate 101 you can speed them up, and the gameplay is a lot more engaged than Wizard 101 gameplay, where 99% of the quests are blade, feint, kill. So Pirate 101 I think would be way more fun to stream. I'm going to be streaming other games than Pirate 101 too. I did that Pokemon charity lock stream way back. It was a couple years ago. I think it was 2021 charity stream. So I'll probably stream other games like Pokemon, like Fire Emblem in the future as well. I don't imagine the viewer turn will be all that great, but I do it for fun. Streaming's all about, I think, more of a fun outlet for me, and it's something I want to do. I'm just waiting on a few things to get finalized with that, and then I'll probably start streaming sometime in March, I would guess. So look forward to that if you are a live stream guy. Other than that, I guess that's the immediate future of the channel. I guess I've discussed that for the most part. I was trying to think of like anything else to touch on, but I mean, there's gonna be more shorts and TikToks and whatnot. Follow me on those two things. I sort of make shorts and TikToks because I'm beholden to make them. The views that you can get on TikTok, views that you can get on YouTube, you can't shake a stick at those, especially TikTok with YouTube shorts. That Bellic short took me like, what, a couple hours, maybe like 2 hours to make, and it's like got like 50K views or something crazy. You can't compete with that level of advertising with just a regular video. Like my average permadeath video probably within the first week or so probably gets around like 10 to 20K. Shorts are just a great avenue for me to advertise the actual stuff that I put pride and passion into, which is the videos that I make, and I like to think I put a pretty good amount of soul in those videos, and I want as many people to see them as possible. So obviously short production will continue in the future as a means to advertise the main product, which is the videos that I love to make and I love to fucking fawn over. But yeah, thanks for 10K. The weight of having even that in the YouTube sense, a smaller community, the weight of that is not lost on me. That's a lot of people that care about what I do and look forward to what I make. And for that, I am unbelievably grateful that I get to fucking wake up every day and do this and make fucking videos that I genuinely love to make and that people want to watch them. Like, it doesn't get better than that, dude. It really doesn't. So thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for watching. I hope to see whoever's obviously made it to the end of the video. God damn, I don't know how you did that, but I'm sorry for the strange pacing of it. So yeah, thanks for 10K. There's more to come in the future, from Wizard 101 to other games. This channel is just getting started. I'm eternally grateful that I get the opportunity to keep paving the path forward and keep making more because of you guys. So thank you. Thanks for 10K. I'll see you back at 50K. How's that sound? We'll do another one of these. But yeah, thanks.